Guys, this is VM Video Master here, and I just want to say it is almost that time of year again. The time for snowmen, to take your kids to see Santa, and to start going out and playing in the snow until it's midnight. That's right, it is almost the holidays. Right after Thanksgiving, time to put up your tree, time to start hanging holly outside of your house, and start singing fa la 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 la. And if you're a Wizard 101 fan, time to start waiting for that 12 days of the spiral. You never know what prizes you'll get. I can tell you that. I remember last year I got a magic carpet, and it was a permanent mount. But I didn't know you could take your items with you, and I accidentally deleted it. But anyway, today, I'm going to tell you some of my most favorite top 10 Christmas horror movies. And if you have a favorite, let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know what you want to see for a Christmas YouTube video. Please let me know, because not too many people comment. Please, I would really appreciate it. Just to help my channel grow. Number 1, Black Christmas. Most people like the movie from the 70s. Just to try and follow the story. I don't really remember the story. I'm still trying to rewatch the movie from 1974. If you don't know it, look it up. It's Black Christmas 1974. Number 2, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now that's a good movie. With young Billy, who's afraid of Santa ever since his parents were killed by a man dressed as Santa. He wasn't the real Santa, he was a robber dressed as Santa Claus, who kept robbing stores and robbing cars and that. But ever since he was in the orphanage, he was afraid of anything red and anyone dressed as Santa. But he got a job at a toy store, and let's just say, it wasn't pretty. I'm not going to spoil the ending if you haven't seen it. Number 3, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. His brother Ricky. I can see how violent he got. Way worse than Billy. Number 4, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. Now there was a cool movie. Instead of the puppets being evil, they were helpful, because he was the great-grandson of the Puppet Master, Toulon. Number 5, Demonic Toys. Now that had nothing to do with Christmas, but it's just my favorite movie. The really old Demonic Toys movie. Number 6. Now, Urban Exploration. Now, this is a German Christmas movie. The story goes that they found legends that Santa wasn't jolly, he was a demon. That Krampus was actually Santa. That the myth of Santa, of being jolly, nice, and friendly, was fake. That Krampus was the real Santa, and his elves were actually Krampus. Now, if I got this story right, let me know in the comments below. If I didn't, if I did, then okay. And the weird old men, those were his elves. That was not Santa. And that big ice thing that was hanging, that is Santa. And trust me, you don't want to see him when the ice melts. That would mean doomsday. The doomsday clock has struck 0. Anyway. Sorry. And number 7. Santa's Sleigh. Now the story goes, a young man, his town was being stalked by a man dressed as Santa. But turns out he was the real Santa, but the son of Satan. Because Santa made a deal with an angel that for 1,000 years Santa has to be nice, kind, jolly, and instead of the Dag of Mord and the Day of Slangs, it has to be the Dag of Glee and the Day of Joy. And the 1,000-year bet was over. And instead of reindeer, he has a helldeer, which is a bull or an ox or whatever it was. If you haven't seen it, trust me. Oh, and the guy who plays Santa is Bill Goldberg, the wrestler. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And instead of a magic sleigh, it looked like a magic car or something. It looked like a regular car because his sleigh has a horn. Number 8. Now, and if you watch Santa's Sleigh, some celebrities you like might be in it. Like, for instance, Fran Drescher. I do not like her. She lost it after the TV show The Nanny was done. But anyway, number 8. I'm trying to remember this one Christmas movie. Oh, yeah. Elves. Now, this show wasn't about Santa. This movie wasn't about Santa. It was about just his elves that went evil. Now, I don't remember the story very well, but each person would get, like, a box under their tree. And inside would be elves. Nasty, creepy elves that look like ninjas. It wasn't more of a scary movie. It was more like comedy. But look up Christmas horror movies on Google. You might be able to find it. It was called Elves. And number 9. Now, there were some that were very strange around the holidays. This one was called Santa Claus. Like claws. It was about a guy who was a skeleton dressed as Santa. And he didn't kill anybody. He just punished them. He left them weird stuff around their doors. And all he would do is he would leave them embarrassing gifts, like a Christmas box, and inside would be something embarrassing. Like, you remember the old Santas that would wear the furry hoods instead of the Christmas hats. That's kind of what he was. I can't remember the movie very well because they used to show it on Ion every year, but they don't show it anymore. Not ever since they would show Blue Bloods and Chicago PD now. So, they don't show it anymore. And lastly, number 10, Saint Nick. Now, this is a very good movie. The story goes that every year, if you all remember the old Saint Nick who looked like a priest with the tall hat and the shepherd's staff. Now, the story goes that every year, Black Peter, Saint Nick, and I don't remember the other one. Every year, he would visit people's house, and if you left him something by your chimney, he wouldn't take your children, and he wouldn't kill the parents. But if you didn't, he'd kill the parents and steal your children. Kind of like Krampus. But every year, the kids would have to write a poem why they don't want to be killed or stolen. But apparently the town is being killed by a demonic version of St. Nicholas and Peter, and Black Peter. If you haven't seen it, the movie's called Saint Nick. And lastly, now I know I said 10, but this one is the most awesome movie ever. Krampus. Or, since I am half German, Krampus, as they would say. Now, as you all know the story of Krampus, there's Santa Claus and there's Saint Nick. There's Santa Claus and there's Krampus. Now, Santa brings gifts to the good boys and girls all around the world. But Krampus, he punishes them, or he takes them away in his bag and beats them with sticks, or he'll kill them. by the way, if some of you have children out there, don't tell them this story. Because the only thing you're going to do is ruin their childhood. Don't ruin Christmas for them. If I had children, I would only tell them this if they were bad. Like, if they don't listen to you around the holidays, then tell them this story. If they do listen to you, keep this story to yourself. But anyway, Krampus would beat them with sticks and put them in his bag and save them to eat them. In this story, in the movie Krampus, his family was being invaded on Christmas Eve, and apparently the only one who could hear all this stuff before was a young kid. So his grandmother told him that he was being invaded by Krampus, because his grandmother had a small ornament bell-shaped thing that said Krampus. 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 And she said that there was a reason he was there. But I'm not going to tell you what it was, because in case you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it. But anyway, that was 10, that's right, 10 Christmas horror movies, or 11, because my favorite one. If some of you have a favorite holiday horror movie, it could be any holiday. Christmas, Halloween, Easter, anything. Let me know in the comments below. And like I said, please let me know in the comments below what you would like to see for a Christmas video. Because right now I'm stumped and I got a lot on my mind. So, and I just finished college, not all at once, just my first year. So, but please subscribe and please let me know in the comments below what you want to see for a Christmas video. I would really appreciate it. And like I always tell you guys, be careful out there. They may have lifted most of the stuff about the curfew and all this stuff about coronavirus, but take a mask, take gloves, and take some hand sanitizer just to be safe, because we can get all this lifted faster than you can say Happy New Year. And like I always tell you guys, I will see you in the next video.